episode you've all been waiting for. It's marathon weekend, baby. Alright, so my flight to Boston is on United Airlines, and we know what happened last time I flew on United. But this time I got to the airport 2 hours ahead of schedule instead of half an hour ahead of schedule. So everything's going well so far. I have 2 hours to kill until my flight. Just gonna be hanging out in the airport. I'll keep you posted. Since I got here super early, I got one of these cool little booths. Set up everything, working on some vlogs. There was just a call on the intercom for Vanessa Carlton, and I don't believe it. Alright, so this flight is 5 hours, and I didn't really bring anything to do on the flight, so I just panic downloaded season 2 of Stranger Things on Netflix, which I don't know how that works because at home that would have taken me like a full day to download, and there's no way my phone has enough storage for it, but it happened, so now it's just a matter of my phone battery lasting. Otherwise this might be a really boring flight, but about to get on the plane here soon, so filling up on water and then heading out. What are the odds I get a row on this plane to myself? This is my place, I sure hope it is. Those are Jay's shoes. Oh hey.
What's up, dude?
Aunt Lori! So you want to hear about my flight?
No, yes.
Best flight ever. United has polarized the flight game. They had on-flight movies. I didn't have to worry about being bored the whole time, even though I planned nothing to do for the whole flight.
You didn't have to buy one?
No. They had in-seat power, so I could plug in my laptop, and I was able to render episode 9. So I'm gonna post that right now, actually. Oh, I had a whole row to myself.
Cool.
I got to stretch out. I was living like a king. I might as well have been first class. But it is 1 a.m. here. 10 a.m. my time, but I still need to get to bed early, so I'll be ready for races and stuff this weekend. So, see you tomorrow. Alright, just got back from a very short morning jog to shake out the legs, and now I need to plan our whole day in Boston. We need to hit up the Boston Marathon Expo, we gotta find places to eat, we gotta be tourists all day, gotta find some things to do. Check this out. LOL. Look who's back. Alright, I'm showered, ready, the plane is made. Are you ready to roll out? What do you gotta do?
I gotta shower and put clothes on.
Alright, be fast, because I'm trying to get breakfast ASAP, Rocky. And then we get to be tourists all day.
Why?
Hey Jake. Where are we? Talk about where we are.
We're in Boston.
We're at the Expo Center.
Yes, getting
We're gonna go get Andrew Bryan's bib,
and cool stuff.
buy a jacket.
Another cool stuff.
Howdy y'all. Boston Marathon Expo, done. So we got our jacket, Jay got a shirt. We also splurged and got these Skinner. They look like socks, but apparently they're actually shoes that you can just wear around, and they have a really thick coating on the sole. I'll throw in some clips of it, but they look pretty interesting. I'm excited. I'm also very skeptical of how good they'll hold up, but I mean, we'll find out. It was pretty cool. So now we are planning the future. It's 3 o'clock now.
Hour and a half till dinner.
Yeah, so but our legs are tired. So, well, my legs are tired at least, and I'm the only important one here. So we're trying to figure out what we want to do until then, but we'll keep you in the loop. We also got freaking buckets of yogurt. They were just handing them out, so we stocked up. insisted that I get a Christmas ornament.
Yes. You're gonna thank me someday.
So I got one with a lobster drinking a beer. Classic.
Oh man.
Alright, update. We've been waiting in line for the Boston Marathon pre-race dinner, official.
They're out of spaghetti.
For like, I don't know, too long. It's cold. We just found out that they're not letting anybody in right now for undisclosed reasons. But at least we have these fanfares to keep our spirits lifted in the line.
Can we get our money back?
We are going in. We are getting food. All right, we're done eating. Time to go home. All right, we are back from our day in Boston, unloading all the stuff that we have lots of. The rest of the night is just gonna be chill, bolster our strength, our energy, all of us, just for me, so that I can run well tomorrow. Trying to go to bed by 9:30, wake up at 5:30, and then it goes down. Alright guys, this is it. I'm about to head off to the start line. You're not allowed to bring anything that you're not running back with. So I'm gonna ditch all these clothes once I get there. I'm not gonna be bringing a camera. Once again, I'm gonna be handing the vlog off to Jay. Hope he does a good job.
What's up, guys? Brian woke up super duper early and went to the starting line. He just started about 13 minutes ago, so that's exciting. Aunt Lori and I are ready to go to the finish line. Hopefully see the first place finishers. Probably won't be Brian, but who knows. But anyways, Jay's taking over the vlog again. Okay, so I've taken shelter under my poncho because I don't want my phone to get too wet. Aunt Lori and I both made it to around the finish of the marathon, a little bit away from the finish. And now we're just waiting for Brian to come in. Brian should be coming in around 12:45, so we're very excited. Then we'll go see how he did at the end. We'll go talk to him, get the in-depth review. So I'll see you there.
Alright, Jay, as always, thank you for taking over the vlog. That race was just so many different kinds of miserable. But I made it through, and it was my first Boston. No PR today, but it was very cold and rainy, so I'm okay with that. It was a fun race. I got to see the elite runners. I'm glad I did it. And now if I ever do it again, it'll just be even better. We're kind of in a tizzy right now because I think my flight ends boarding in 1 hour and we're on our way to the airport. So it's gonna be a close call, but I think we're gonna make it. So.
We got a great Uber.
Wow, they're just finishing.
They finished.
We're already at the airport.
Frickin' losers.
Those rascals changed the gate of my flight. They're trying to throw wrenches in our plans, but they can't stop us. We caught them. So now we have to go to the opposite side, right? Yeah, C-15, other way. Dun, dun, dun. Hey guys, I'm back in San Francisco now, and now that I've had some time to mentally and physically recuperate, I feel like I can give you a proper rundown of how the whole marathon experience was. So, well, first of all, the flight back wasn't horrible, actually. They didn't have movies, but they did have, like, cable TV, so I just watched, like, 5 hours of The Office, so that's always a good time. And then, instead of having the flight attendants come serve you snacks and stuff, they just had a cabinet that was, like, serve yourself. So I was pounding chips and mini cookies. It was just fantastic. Anyways, so the marathon. The entire thing was just cold and rainy and all around miserable. And every once in a while, like, the rain would pick up and everybody would just, like, bunch together to stay warm, and you just hear, like, a unified groan of everybody just, like, sharing the misery. So even though it was miserable, like, you felt a sense of unity of everybody. Like, you're suffering together, so it was good. But despite that, the whole running experience was still amazing. There were people cheering the entire way. Like, I was always with a pack. It was just awesome. So far, the only marathon I've run is Cincinnati, and that's a lot smaller scale, obviously. Not as many fast people, so I usually just find myself running on my own, and running a marathon alone is like the worst. So just having all those people around cheering and all those people around that I could run with and pace off of was just so awesome. It was so cool. As for how I actually ran, basically I started out at the pace that I wanted to, a little faster than 6:20 because it was downhill, but then I don't know if it was just the conditions or what, but my legs started to feel sore and tight by like 10 miles in, which is usually not good. I don't usually get that feeling till like 15 or 18. So at that point I decided, okay, it's probably better to slow down so I'm not just suffering even more throughout the end of this race. So I slowed down for the next 10 miles until mile 20 because that's where Heartbreak Hill is, and I really didn't want to die on Heartbreak Hill. That's one thing that I've heard happens to a lot of people, and I did not want that to happen. And I slowed down enough that it didn't. Heartbreak Hill ended up being not nearly as bad as I expected it to be. So I was just worrying for no reason, really. I'm switching hands. So then after Heartbreak, I had plenty of energy. Well, I thought I had plenty of energy, so I was like, all right, let's go now. And then I like sped up for 1 mile, and that's when my legs just whoosh, like it was game over from there. So then I just kind of finished out those last 5 miles. So no PR for me today, but I guess every marathon can't be a PR. I think my downfall was when I slowed down. I don't think I needed to do that because I didn't need to save that much energy for Heartbreak, and I feel like I was just nervous. I was thinking too much and I could have kept going. It is what it is. I'm happy with how it went. And overall, as a whole experience, I'm really glad I did it. I know I've talked multiple times about how I hate marathons and I think they're the worst thing ever, but the whole process and event of like the whole weekend and actually running the race and being with everybody is just really awesome. So I don't know, it's a love-hate relationship. And of course, I got this to add to my collection, so that is always a plus. And even though I've sworn this off as my last marathon for a very long time, I have a feeling now that Jay's gonna be in college, he's gonna wanna do marathons, and if he's doing marathons, I obviously wanna do them with him. So I guess we'll just see what happens. He's already talking about running a marathon next year. But anyways, yeah, that's a wrap. I really hope you guys have enjoyed watching these videos. I've had a blast making them and sharing some of my running lifestyle and thoughts on running with you guys. I hope you got something out of them. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing in the future, but I have some ideas, so you'll just have to stick around and see what I end up doing. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you when I see ya.